Well, once again, we're live here. It's Sunday again. I mean, it seems like we're here. It just so fast. It's August 15th already. I can't believe how fast it's come. So I'm giving a little bit of time out here right now to get everything rocking and rolling and make sure that everybody's coming in live. I sent some stuff up to Nate, so he'll be coming here pretty soon. Get him coming on here and see what everybody's up to. So it's like 27 seconds in, and I haven't got anybody here yet. So I'm going to wait. Here comes one person just popped in. If you guys can hear me, I hope it's clear. I hope the microphone's on. If the microphone's on, if you can give me a comment and let me know that you can hear it, that would be phantasmo. I would really appreciate that. Let's kind of move down a little bit here and see what we got going on here. Who's coming in, who's where, and who's what. So once again, welcome to the Mötley Cröc Show. We'll see what's happening today and who we get to talk to, and hopefully I'm coming through pretty good for you. I hope so. Do you hear me still? Am I still here? Am I still here? Can you hear me? Good. Perfect. What's going on? All right, here comes Nate. Let's see what we got with Nate here. He said he's ready to go. Let's add him to the team. Popping in.
What
Boom.
up?
Yaka. Bam. What's going on, bud?
Not a whole lot. How are you?
How are you doing? I'm
doing
good,
I like
dude.
the little banner
good.
behind you.
You like that, bro?
Yeah. It's big, flashy, in your face.
It's really cool. It's Mötley Cröc. You definitely got to have that Mötley Cröc.
I was gonna try and send you a video before I logged on that I stumbled across last night.
Right.
But I guess I'm gonna have to send it to you after the show.
Really? Send it now.
Were you already talking about something, or do you want to hear about this video clip? Oh, send it now.
No, you can go ahead. I wasn't.
Can I do
listen,
that
man.
while we're on here?
Yeah, if you can, it'll probably if it's going to affect your phone or whatever. Other than me, I'll be fine with it. You can send it to me. I'm looking it up right now to see what I got here. I'm gonna be looking on some different locations as well.
Yeah, I didn't send it.
I
to
like
you
how
yet,
some of the viewers
anyway,
go up and down, then they jump off, then they jump on, then they jump off, then they jump on, then they jump off, then they jump on.
Maybe they're having weird signal issues or whatever, so it's logging them in.
Let's just hope so. Let's hope so. Let's hope so.
Maybe. Or they're signing off.
Around,
they're like,
folks.
oops.
Stick the fuck around. What's up, Buzz? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. I'm reading comments too. I got to make sure I keep them comments going.
They're jumping off to log in under aliases. They're like, oh shoot, that's my real name. I can jump back
let me get on something else. Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let me set the stage for this. It's kind of a cool little story. I think you'll get a kick out of it.
Okay.
I have one of those smart TVs, right? So it like comes standard. You get like this thing called Pluto TV. So it's I guess Samsung's version of like a cable network. So you get like all these different stations and whatever. But there's a surf station, so I can just watch surfing stuff all day long if I want to. And sometimes, when I go to work and nobody's home, I'll leave it on and the dog just kind of hears the music and sounds of the ocean and blah, blah, blah. Last night, before we're getting ready to go to bed, I'm getting ready to turn the TV off. And lo and behold, I hear a song that I wrote in my old band. Although it's not me singing. It's not the song that I recorded. I was like, what the fuck? Somebody covered our song, and this is in a surf video. Like on
that's
TV.
Cool.
And I got really kind of blown away and stoked by it. So I look into it more, and I guess a couple of years after I left, and I called my old a buddy of mine who was in the band too. He was our other guitarist, and he's also a surf buddy of mine.
Mate, you're like really
but
breaking
I called
up,
him
bud.
up, and I was like, dude, this is so cool, blah, 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 blah. It was a couple years after I left the band. So same song, same song titles, the lyrics I wrote, the guitar riffs I wrote, all that good stuff. So, and it's totally badass. So way better than our original recording. So, I mean, props to the guys for going back and redoing some of the stuff. But anyway, so I found the clip on YouTube, and I saved it on my phone. I was going to send it over to you because, I mean, yeah, even though it didn't make them famous at the time, because I think the movie was made in 2012, the surf movie. You know, it didn't really get, you know how it is. Like you get involved in a TV show or a movie, like in kind of a behind the scenes capacity or a location shoot. And, you know, the big carrot that they dangle at you is, oh man, the promotion's going to be priceless, but it never fucking is. Right. So it's kind of like, nah, pay me up front because it's not going to do anything for my career or reputation or anything, you know? So, but it still was kind of cool. And it's like a bucket list thing. It's like, you know, so I thought that was cool. But anyway,
I do too. That's awesome.
I'll try and send it to you. It's a pretty cool song too. And I think I don't know if you've heard that one, but I think you'd get a kick out of it. But anywho, so, what's going on there in the new Mötley Cröc show studio?
Today, actually, I had a pretty good week. There's a lot of cool stuff going on. So, like, I mean, I know those of you that don't know here, I'm monitoring a lot of the comments as well on the side here. So, I'm trying to watch everything as it unfolds here as well. All right. So this weekend we went over to Fred's, myself, Flavio, some of our staff. Justin met me, and he has put his, female American croc with us for breeder loan. She's not on display yet. She's in the back part of the exhibit that we have for Dominic, and she's off display while she's getting comfortable and getting used to her new surroundings and stuff. She's actually a really manageable, sweet crocodile. And so, I mean, any crocodile that gets taken out of its environment, it's going to be maybe a little bit grouchy at the time. It's been there 35 years. So let us not forget, guys, that Fred received the animal, was 2 years old, and he had it for 35 years.
Wow.
So
yeah,
that in itself is fucking awesome, man. Fred's doing great, by the way. He's was out helping us, and he's got some really cool things going on in his place. So definitely reach out to Fred Grunwald and talk to him, because he's got some neat stuff over there, and he's really put a lot into his exhibits, man. I got to tell you, it was really cool. So anyways, we got her, and she's doing really good, and we're excited about introducing her, and we'll start talking about it with the zoo and stuff as we start to want her out on exhibit, and they're going to do a big thing for her. So that was really, really fun. And, it was, it's always entertaining to move crocodiles or be around crocodiles with people. And I mean, you get it, Nate, you've done it long enough. You and I have both done it long enough.
Yeah, for sure.
We know the routine, but we took some newer people, and, one of the people that came with us was one of our new employees, but he's also a trapper. So he really has a lot of experience with big animals and stuff anyway. So it's kind of good to have somebody that's there, coming in and learning to be on that side of it too. Exactly.
Yeah, at least has a little bit of like groundwork experience.
Right.
Sure.
And he does a lot, and he's really good at taping and catching. And I mean, he's not there's a lot of guys out there, man,
Sure.
There's a lot of guys that, and I mean, anybody can take and throw a hook and a rope and an alligator and jump on it and beat it up just because they're going to, get rid of it. But he's actually really good, and he takes care of those things really well. And, and what I mean by that is in the catching and the stuff, you have to remove them. And a lot of times guys have to be destroyed. He really tries to find places for them. And,
sure.
And he reaches out, and I find that cool. I mean, he's got a job, so it's not, it's not like he's got to, sell everything, but, once in a while that kind of stuff has to, take way. But it was nice in the sense that we got to take some people out there. They got to see that and see Fred's place and a lot of stuff that he has going on and all the stuff that he's put into his exhibits, etc. And
oh, for sure.
So we left her in there overnight. We brought her back. Flavia said, let's just leave her in the transport tube. And it's really cool. It's that big, like really heavy, like corrugated plastic, sewage tube. We James Holt's a good friend of ours from the Seminole tribe. He loaned that to us to use, and they're just those things are awesome. They got slide doors, and they're just one of the best. So we used that. We left her in it overnight, and then early morning, Flavia released her, and she said she just walked right out, got into her water, was very relaxing. And talking to one of the staff members today, they said she's still just kind of laying in there and laying low, which I would imagine. His concern was, you let her out, it's going to storm, she's going to a new place, she's going to want to get out. I got to get out. I got to find out where to go. I got to get out of here, So
right.
It worked out pretty well. Now, another cool thing about that crocodile is, in the Audubon Field Guide, the original Audubon Field Guide, there's a picture of a hatchling American crocodile in that book. It's her.
Oh, is it really?
So that is badass. Yeah. Yeah, Fred gave me some really cool things.
I think I have that.
Yeah, if you have it somewhere and you get someone to bring it to you now, and you can pull it up and you can hold it up.
Is it the? I think it's the Autobahn. Like reptiles of
it is
something.
It's that one, the reptile field identification book or whatever.
It's the like green one.
Yes.
Yeah. I think I have the original print one.
So the American crocodile in that one is her, and so I thought that was really neat. And you know what? I'm not going to talk about her name on here right now because I want that to be released when the zoo goes and does it for sure, because that's something that they really want to do. And just so you know, Nate, I don't have a banner behind me. It's actually a green screen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's even better.
So it's cool. So I can put anything I want on there. There's a couple really good pictures. I'm going to work on it this week where we upload. Like there's a picture of you, me, and Justin sitting on an alligator, and we're all like, so we might.
Can you put video on there too?
Yes. Yep. I can do video. I just have to. There's another piece of software that I have to put in here so that it can play in the background while we're doing stuff. So we can have some really explosive stuff.
Now I wish I had sent you that fucking video because you could play that in the background.
Yeah, well,
hear the song and then
I can. Well, I will do that. We could probably pull that up next week. I'm doing that because there's a couple things that we have to add. Like it's really interesting. It's like this. So nobody monopolizes, I guess. They have like different programs to pull for different things so that I can, green screen in and then play a video. Oh, you have to have this mixer thing, and you have to put this in there. You have to put that in there. So. I've got a program that allows us to do some of that and change it. So what I'm doing is, let's see here, Grunwald. What's up, Fred? I was just talking about your crocodile and how she's doing. Fred? John Brickle, what's up? Man, we got every team. Trey, what's going on? Sherry, I'm trying to look at all of this. Judy, Michael Foster, what's up, bud? How you doing? Michael Forster. Andrew Partridge. We've got a lot of people watching right now, man. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so we were just talking about the American crocodile. For those of you that don't follow or do not know, Fred Grunwald, he raised that animal. We just got it. Claire, what's up, Claire? Good to see you, Claire. Saying what's up, guys. So that's what we're doing, Fred. And then, so we got that done, and we moved all that. And then Saturday morning, I went back and looked at the crocodile. I'm just trying to fill up I'm trying to get everything I can in to tell you. So our favorite guy, David Kledzik, from the Den of Dermestead, you know him.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Kledzik. He's awesome. Anyhow, there was a place in downtown Ybor City that was hosting like an oddities and like creepy stuff place for like everybody. Vendors came in, so I went to see him and it was great. Megan was there. It was great to see her. She was all dressed up like she had like these like fishnet hose on, but they were like fishnet hose, but they had sewn in snakes. So there were snakes. Cool. I mean, she was really gothed out, bro. Like it was really cool. And so if you see this necklace I'm wearing here, this is just like the coolest thing, dude. This is so cool. It's like the skulls, the African skulls with the shells. It's like this big rock necklace, dude. And it's and I'm going to pitch him because I told him to check it out. It's a company called Zombie Head. If you guys can see that, I'll put that up there. It's Zombie Head. So if you look up Zombie Head, it's zombie_head, and that is on their social media, crystalosborne.com. And so it's called Jewelry for Weirdos, dude.
Jewelry.
And she makes these with the big clown heads, the zombie clown.
Oh, that's funny.
And I'm definitely, when Halloween comes up this year. What's up, Heidi? Let's see. Vern, what's going on, buddy? And Michael Forster said, what's up, Nate and Troy? I'm just trying to keep up with them too. But yeah, it's called Zombie Head. And these guys are great. I mean, I can put it up in the thing as close as I can for you guys to see. Zombie Head Jewelry. So if you look up Zombie Head Jewelry, it's just like this cool, you know me. I like big, bulky, outrageously wild things. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm wearing it because it's so cool. I can't wait to sport it for people to see it. Plus we're going into that thing. But so got to hang out with them for a little bit there. Got to hang out. What's up, Heidi? Got to hang out with everybody there and David, and he had some really neat stuff, man. He had this cool thing. I was talking to him, and me, I'm like, blah, 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 boom, and I knocked it down, but I caught it. I didn't break it, thank God. It has like a glass vial, and he has a whole bearded dragon skeleton in it. He goes, this is David. He's real chill. How he is. He's like, yeah. The best part about it is you pick it up and you shake it, and it's a new exhibit. That was just cool as shit, dude. So he shook it up, and it's just a different. Now the skull's on the bottom, the ribs are up here, and he goes, just shake it a little, and he's like, so it can change as often as you want it to. And I thought that was just cool.
That's funny.
And Dakota was here, Dakota, the Dakota Gold, so from Dakota Rose Taxidermy. So she finally took off today and got on the plane. I guess she was down here picking up a bunch of stuff. So we had her too, and she's been running around. So it's been pretty crazy actually. Like as far as
it sounds like it.
The best time was down there seeing Fred. Fred will tell you it was hot as hell, man. It was hot as hell there. And trying to get the crocodile to walk into the tube. Finally we had to climb down there, and Justin climbed in, and we had to kind of give her a little push in there. But other than that, it was a pretty rewarding trip. I didn't get a lot of sleep, but it was pretty wild, man. It was pretty wild.
How long were you guys down there? Did you just make a day of it, or did you
a day?
Spend a little time?
Just a day.
Yeah,
so I was at work Wednesday. Then Thursday we went to work. Then I had to leave early because Cody works at Publix. So I had to bring him back. So I brought him back, picked him. We left here again after he got out at 11. We got everything done, packed up some stuff we needed, went all the way back. I got a hotel room right there. So stayed in the hotel. I gave the key. Flavio was already in there sleeping when I got there. He left a few minutes early. So we had to leave at 5 a.m. So it was boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
It just made for, craziness.
That's how it always is, though. It always seems like the little trips are like just jam packed full of, just move.
But it's fun, and I'd like to really take, you got to understand that. I know that there's a lot of people. What's up, David Zeke? I know there's a lot of people that are really getting into what we've been doing for 20-something years. I don't want to really age myself too much, but we've been doing something for 20-something years, and I enjoy it, and I like going, but I don't always want to be the one. I want them to do a little. I think. A lot of the guys are so quick to jump in and do something, and it's like, man, let them do it. Let them do what we got to do when we were younger. All of us, myself, Fred,
the newer
we've
guys,
all done this forever. Yeah, let them get into it, man, because that's the best part, the see, touch, feel part. Man, like let them do it. So, that's one of the things I really like is taking some of the newer people with us. And not that they're new at work. It's
sure.
Like I said, a couple of them are real good with them, but let them get involved. Not everybody gets to handle an American croc. Everybody gets to mess with a Cuban or a Siamese. So I like to let them do that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, to go even deeper into that, it's few and far between, and getting to be more so now that you even get a job as a zookeeper at any zoo where you're ever allowed to get hands on or catch anything.
Right on.
Even get that kind of experience. So
right on.
Like you and I and Flavio, like at the time where we were coming up in the industry, that's pretty much all it was, 100% all the time. So I got all the experience I could ever want, probably within a span of like 5 years,
right.
and now 20 years after that, we're sitting here talking about it. So yeah, I think it is a great opportunity when we can sort of basically sit, because I do the same thing that you probably want to do, where it's like you see it, it's like, okay, here's the mission, this is what we're going to do, I'm ready to just dive in, get it done, wrap it up in 10 minutes, and just get in and out, kind of do it. But it does take a little bit of self-control, at least for me sometimes, to be like, oh, this guy he's been around, he knows his shit, but maybe he doesn't have that kind of hands-on experience as much as I have been blessed to have, So
let's give them some
back and be like, hey,
give them
you guys do it. Take the reins, run with it. Don't die, but
right.
I'll be here to help.
I agree, and I that's what I'm like. Let's do this. Let's do that. I'm all about that. I'm a little more. I consider myself a little friendlier than most. Some people are a little bit shady with it, or they're not as cool about it, because they want to protect what they have because they want to be exclusive. But come on, let's get real, guys. Like let's we got a bigger entities to worry about than somebody being better than you. And if you're that insecure that someone's going to be better than you, that you don't want to share anything. And there's a plethora of people and organizations out there that don't want to share. Like people will go volunteer for certain places and they're like, well, we're not going to write hours for you because you're just going to be our blah, blah, blah. Take it easy, David. You busy? Said, much love. Talk to you later. All right, David, you take care, man. Catch up with us later. This is going to post live now, and it'll be posted on YouTube and Facebook, Mötley Croc, and the Mötley Croc Show YouTube. So it'll be on there. You can go back and catch up with it if you want to.
Yeah, I didn't want to put David on the spot. He's not feeling too good.
That's all right, man. Hang in there, David. I feel you, brother. Yeah, he wrote out there. He wrote COVID. He said COVID.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I wasn't gonna out him. And this.
He wrote it. He wrote it in the comments. He wrote COVID. So I get it.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Yeah, and this weird ass political, climate that we're in these days. Sometimes, saying that you had it or have it or whatever is like a scarlet letter.
Let me tell you something, man. Well, I had it.
Yeah,
and I was on the front lines. I went through it, and then today I had to run to the store. Right, I had to run to the store, and look, man, I don't care if you want to wear a mask or you don't want to wear a mask. And I'm so tired of hearing it or even talking about it here. I'm gonna say it one more time. When we go out there, I don't care, but you get looked at now that everybody's back in rain. They're like in rain gear and fucking masks again, and these big plastic things over their face. I mean, no, it's overdone, but whatever, dude. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, but don't look at the people who are not doing it and scoff at them, man. Like, come on. Like, if you want to wear a mask, if you're watching us today and you wear a mask, I don't care. That's up to you. Or if you don't, that's great too. So it's up to the individual. I don't think anybody's super spreading. Look, I wore a mask everywhere. I know exactly how I got COVID. It had nothing to do with wearing or not wearing a mask or going to a public outing. It had nothing to do with that. So at the end of the day, what's up, Ray? Okay, Richard Horing's on. What's up, buddy? And there's a lot of people that want to do it and don't want to do it. So I mean, come on, man, get real with it, dude. Get real. Come on, leave people alone. Let them do what they want.
Yeah, well. And that's kind of what I meant is that, like,
yeah, I got you, but other people don't understand that.
How does a pandemic and a whatever, I mean, it so quickly became politicized, it's like, everybody had a fall guy and a demon to attack, and then they got him out of office, and now they don't have the boogeyman anymore. So let's but
exactly.
It's too politicized. So it's kind of that and the vaccine,
What's interesting to me, unfortunately, there are a lot of shady ass people in the world, not just the reptile industry. Yeah, that's true, man. That's pretty true.
Yeah, for sure.
Today, just looking at what's his name,
for sure.
Well, look at I saw a video today, and I try not to be political because I really, I try very hard to not be a fascist. Remember that we talked about that. Like but like.
You're the furthest thing from a fascist. So
yeah, but I mean, like if you're like, yeah, fuck you, and you and I are like, yeah, man, let's just everybody be cool. And they're like, fuck you, do what we do, or fuck off. I'm not that person, and neither are you. So I saw let's Joe Biden again on a video. Someone asked him a question if he was concerned about children. Now damn well you can't inject children, right? So his new spin on it
under 12 or something, yeah.
Right. So his new spin on it is, and he put this out there because I don't know, looked like he had Scotch tape like stretching his face back and shit too. He's like this.
Maybe I don't
know what the fuck's this guy's problem is, but he says, "Well, my concern is whatever dumb shit, blah blah," he spewed, and at the end he said, "It's the unvaccinated people that refuse to get the vaccine spreading it to children." Well, now.
Which is
hold on a second, man. Like bullshit. Really, like the teachers mainly are all masked up and they're vaccinated, and so the children aren't dying at a rapid rate, folks. There are not a lot of dead children out there. Let's just face it, right? Like I think there's plenty of people who have been on here whose kids have had COVID and they're still alive. They're very resilient apparently, and they handle it very well. What's up, Tyler? And so I'm wondering about why that they take those to those levels. Like, I mean, blaming people who are unvaccinated. Look, I don't care, man. It's your choice. You're American. Choose what you want to do. Or get more facts out there for people. Don't just throw shit at them and tell them what to do. Like, get more facts out there, man, for everything, for everybody.
Well, that's the problem. The general public is very limited to what actually truthful facts and stuff that we have access to, because the only information we have access to is the stuff that's being thrown at us. So by the time the truth and the information gets to us, it's severely diluted or something's discredited, whether it's rightfully discredited or not, or if it doesn't meet the bottom line of whatever group is trying to make a point, then you sound like a conspiracy theorist, or you get Trump to, oh, that guy's a fucking, he's a crazy nut job. Here's your tinfoil hat, sir, because, you don't agree with the thing.
I love that tinfoil hat shit.
The reality is anybody with, vaccinated people can still get it, and they still can transmit it to people. So there's no difference between a vaccinated and unvaccinated person as far as transmission of COVID.
Sure.
Like, people with the vaccine or with the antibodies from the people that have already had it or whatever, they're at less of a risk of having a bad reaction if they get it a second time. But people with COVID or that already had it or had the vaccine can still get it and still be contagious. So the vaccine, and I do this because it's more of a booster shot than an actual vaccine, the RNA stuff anyway. It's just, but whatever side wants to say, and that's where it's become politicized. So, you know, on one side, way of thinking, whether it's Democrat or whatever different factions of Democrat there is, or Republican, or, you know, all these different groups and cliques, they're all toting some sort of, rhetoric and propaganda to fuel one side. So one side wants to say, yeah, it's the, just treat everybody that doesn't have it as a crazy fucking psycho anti-vaxxer. I'm not an anti-vaxxer, No. And you know what? I'm not even going to make it public whether or not I have been vaccinated or not, because I'm a nihilist and I think it's fucking funny when people lose their shit for no fucking good reason at all. So, I could have been vaccinated 6 months ago and nobody's ever going to fucking know the difference because, oh, have you gotten it yet? And I was like, oh, I see how important it is to you. So the answer is probably going to be, I'll get it when I get it, which isn't an answer,
No,
but it's going to bother them. And then they think I'm a fucking piece of shit, but if you're that kind of person who's going to basically just say the first time you meet me, and then, within a conversation, you just decide to judge me and think I'm a piece of shit because I don't wear the same fucking, armband that you're wearing, then you're a piece of shit. It's a worse reflection on you. And I don't need you in my life, so fuck you. But it has become very, very politicized, and it is a political issue. So it's like, if you're not 100% spouting off the same rhetoric as the Republican side or the Democrat side, then you're just an enemy to whatever side you're not 100% in line with. And then if you're not in line with one side or the other, then you're left in that limbo region, and there you go. So I don't know. It's just fucking dumb. And all the shit that we're hearing through the media and stuff is just back and forth. It's like a ping pong match of misinformation and fill in the blanks. We're not getting any real good information from anything.
Well, everything they do on the media for anything nowadays.
It's all ratings, yeah.
It's all keep it up and who can get what voted for what. So at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's ratings, attention, horror mentality, yeah.
Yeah, selling out stuff for whatever reasons. Let's see here. Make sure the bag. Anyways, weather too, man. How's that working for you guys on that side? We're not really getting a lot of rain over here. I see that there's another cyclone coming up on the inside again, another tropical depression spinning up underneath the last one. So there's two now, I guess, right? Am I wrong? I think there's two out there.
I don't know. There might be. I was watching the one that was getting ready to come through the Keys. Was it yesterday and today? And,
that's the one we're dealing with today, right?
Whatever.
You were just wishing it was on your side so that you could get a little more surfing in there.
You know what? I'm not even worried about it because where I'm at, we get surf all year long. So it's rare.
Sure you do.
I think we only get two weeks out of the year where it's like legit flat and you can't surf. So I was hoping that it would kind of sort of scrape a little bit of the east side of the coast and then miss Florida so it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but scrape the South Florida side just enough to give Justin some waves down there because I know he's been really itching to get some surf, and it's driving him nuts. It's
pretty big. I mean, I'm looking at it on the Doppler, man. There's a lot of coverage going on there. You guys won't be able to see that because the Doppler screen, but it's a lot of rain.
Yeah. I'm surprised you haven't been getting a ton of rain.
It's weird. I haven't yet.
Was it this morning or was it last night? Yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I'd say for half of the day we got a ton of rain.
I believe it.
Like a lot. Like it was coming down. So I'm assuming it had to be, kind of just part of that system, on the top end, the fringes. But where is the storm right now? Is it kind of dead even out in the Gulf with you guys?
It's actually, where I'm looking at it right now, it's pretty much dead even out there. Yeah, it's like, but the other one looks like it's going to go way out. The other one's going to run out to it's not, though. It's not. It's pretty close.
Is it? Oh, okay. I thought it was tracked to go like way out and then hit like Louisiana or something.
I could try something. Let's see if I can. See how that would go up there. It's going to save something to the photos there and see if I can take a look at it. But anyways, like it's if you look at where I'm located, it's spinning upward and it's like it's going to slam and there's a lot of red and orange on the outer skirts of the little eye, the little tropical depression eye. It's like on the outside. So it's going to be, we're probably going to get some rain overnight tonight, mostly tomorrow. I'm sure it's going to be more for us that way.
Are you guys even getting any?
You see, Mike, look at this. Does that not look cool or what?
Oh, that's badass. Why? Because it's green, so it does.
Yeah,
that?
Look, I'm looking right through my face. Yeah, dude, isn't that cool?
That is
yeah,
so
it's green,
cool.
so you can see the Mötley Cröc there. Look, I'm going through myself. You can see right through.
You know what? After we wrap the show, you're gonna have
everything green. So cool.
So
everything
cool.
green is so crazy.
After we wrap the show tonight, you are gonna have to share the info on like whatever app you're using and how you set that up, because I'd love to do that here too. So like just drop a green cloth there and then we can just run a green screen thing.
Yeah, you should probably figure out a way to do the application for your phone so when I call you, you can automatically do it. Yeah, because I'm hosting through StreamYard, and that's one of the things that they offer to me. And then you manifest that. Vern, what's up? Got to get going. Hope you have a good night. You too, man. Take care, Vern. It's always good to see you guys come into the show. I like to see everybody come in, and I know we get sidetracked. We start talking about other things that are really crazy, but yeah, man, let's just try to focus back on some fun and upcoming things. Let's forget that I think it's October now. There's Cröc Fest in Texas. Make sure you guys go out and look at that. That's going to be pretty cool.
Oh wait, I thought you meant like right now today. I was like, we're not in fucking October yet.
No, Cröc Fest October.
On me.
It's in October. Yeah, maybe you got stuck by no October. I believe they're doing the Cröc Fest in Texas. And so crocfest.org, check that out and make sure you guys take a look at that. And you get over there to check them out. If you can go to Texas, that'd be fun. And there's a couple oddity stores I've recently just found out about in Orlando. So I'm going to start, you know me, I like that really, really dark art.
Right.
So,
yeah, for sure.
I really do. So I'm definitely going to.
You'll get a kick out of this then. I mean, you're talking about that badass necklace you got there, and then the oddities thing. And
I love this necklace. Yeah.
We had some, chores to do today. School starts tomorrow for the kids. So, we had to go to the store, we had to go grocery shopping, but get some last minute stuff for that. But the kids were wanting to go check out some of the stuff over there in Casadega. So about Casadega. Yeah, it's like a one of my friends are buried. Haunted town and psychic related stuff. Town. So we went by there and checked out a couple things, and the kids had some spending money, and so they bought a couple of little trinkets. I'll see if Tucker can bring in something. You'll get a big kick out of this if I can get his attention. But then we went to the haunted museum that they have.
Oh, I think it's cool. With the one with the coffin out front?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But you got to walk through it with a flashlight, and there's just a bunch of, it's kind of like a normal museum-y thing. So it tells about. But it's fun. Yeah, it was pretty neat. So there was a bunch of stuff from some artifacts from like way long in the past, and I guess that particular building, that house that they've turned into the haunted museum, is it's like 120 something years old. Like it's old.
I think
old house.
That's really awesome.
And then they had some artifacts from the original owner, and that was all up in a case and stuff, and so it was pretty neat. But
so I think what would be good is you should tell people that that's in Casadega, Florida.
Yes, Casadega, Florida, Volusia County,
Florida. Yep, and you guys can go out there and at any time, and you can visit that little place and then see what time of the hours are in the museum. If you guys are into that kind of stuff, it's actually really, really fun. So.
Tucker heard me. You want to see what he picked up over there?
Sure.
It's a let's see. It's a little tiny crystal skull. Well, it's not quite crystal.
That is awesome.
Do you see it? It's not focusing, but there it is.
No, I see it. Blue. It looks blue.
Yeah, I guess it's made out of soda light or something.
Boom boom.
Some sort of.
Boom boom job.
Anyway, it's supposed
to
be.
That's really cool. It's a blue. It's a blue skull.
Whatever the stone is that it's carved out of, but yeah, it's a stone. It's carved out of some kind of stone, soda light, whatever that is. But
yeah, it's really cool.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for bringing that in. Show and tell.
You watching, Boo Boo? Boo Boo's watching now. He wanted to see what was up. He saw you putting that on there, and he was like really getting into it. Big Boo Boo. Ebenezer Scrooge. He's got his Ebenezer Scrooge stuff.
But we did. There was one room in there that was funny.
Little buddy.
In spirit, you were with us on that trip. You don't know this, but you were with us there.
Okay.
Because we walk through this one room and there's a bunch of creepy like dolls and all these different things or whatever. And I turn and look, and in the corner there's this big, tall, probably like 7 foot, clown. And I was like, "Hey guys, look, it's Troy. I mean Slaughters." And
that's awesome.
And they were like, "Hey!" They got all excited. So
that's awesome. I love that, dude.
It was funny.
That's awesome. I'm going to go back out there again and check that out. I've got some pictures when we were doing some ghost stuff. When we were actually doing a little bit of ghost stuff at Nate's facility. And that was really fun too, looking for stuff, because I'm sure not only did I think the owner died out there, but he probably murdered some people. Just kidding.
Nah.
Just kidding.
I don't know. Maybe he did. That nature trail he was trying to kind of build
I don't know
there.
About that.
It's just a mound of decomp shit all in there. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Nope. Didn't you tell me at one point aren't you friends with a couple of guys that had one of those like ghost hunter shows or something like that?
Yes. Yep. Ghost Asylum. The guys from Ghost Asylum. They're the Tennessee Wrath Chasers. You guys can find them on the. It was really cool because Cody and I went out and we actually stayed in the fort in St. Augustine overnight while they filmed all that. Let me tell you something.
Oh, wow.
It was dark in there, man. I mean, dark. I didn't see anything though. I didn't see anything. Like, if you talk to people, they're like, the ghost of old Redbeard, and he comes through and he kicks the wall at midnight on Wednesdays. Like, yeah, okay.
On Wednesdays,
yeah, it's that type of stuff. But it was really cool. I'm interested in that type of thing. There's a lot of stuff that I would like to believe, so I try to find reasons to believe it.
Sure.
But I have a very logical mind. I mean, that's why most people who work in the animal industry, the real people, not just pets and stuff, but when you really focus and you're very logical thinking, and it's more logical. But it is fun to look into cryptozoology and people are, you're a nut job. I think that it's cool that there's those kinds of things to go look for. I mean, who knows if you never find it, but it's the adventure of trying it. But I'm not against it. I'm not against it.
And for anybody that's not familiar with what that is, cryptozoology is the hunt for things like the skunk ape or Bigfoot or
Loch Ness, Nessie.
Mythical, potentially real but mythical type animals.
I mean,
creatures.
Really, until I think it was the 1950s. 30s or 50s, somewhere in there, when they first got the first panda bear documented. Other than that was a cryptozoology animal too.
Oh yeah,
snub-nosed monkeys were what, crypto animals up until they were cryptozoology animals until what, 2016? I mean,
well, you remember?
And then was it? Judy said here that the Komodo dragon was once listed as a cryptid.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh, that's interesting.
I wouldn't doubt it. Well.
And Haunted Towns was another show too, Nate, for them.
Oh, okay.
She was commenting. Okay, go ahead.
Well, I think there was a whole big kind of display at the museum. The reason I was asking, there was a big display at the museum of a bunch of different ghost hunter shows or people or whatever that was, that had visited that museum. So I thought that was kind of neat.
They probably went in, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. You're as old as I am, so you probably remember this back in the
slightly older.
Back in the 80s. Yeah, like a year. You're a year old. So.
I said slightly. I went like this, like penis size.
Yeah, slightly. This is the actual size right here on
there we go. I'm that big.
That is displayed actual
Ladies and
size.
gentlemen, we are that big.
But do you remember back in, I don't know when the discovery was made, but it's still considered, all things considered, still a recent discovery, but the coelacanth, the fish that was long thought to be extinct.
Yeah. Right? That was in there.
So, but no, that wasn't there. This
that's cool.
I'm changing subjects now, just going back to the cryptid thing. But that was, I remember, back in the 80s. Like, I don't know when it was. If somebody knows the year that thing was discovered, feel free to throw it in the comments.
Yeah,
I don't
please.
know, but I want to say it. I want to say it was like the 70s or 80s when that was discovered. But then there was like this huge resurgence, and a whole lot of people had like newfound momentum about like the possibility of the Loch Ness monster. They're like, look, this is not a small fish. And then they found this weird shark that was like a very prehistoric-y, sharky thing, and then the giant squid, and then it was like Nessie could be real. There could be this lost dinosaur-y, plesiosaur type of animal that still exists somewhere, on the planet. Which I don't know if a lot of people realize just how big Earth really is. I mean, there's a lot of planet here, and there's a lot of places that people still haven't gone.
Oh, yeah.
So, people are like, we've explored every stretch of this planet. No, we haven't. We've mapped it, but that mapping it doesn't mean explored. So there's still a lot of deep jungles and, other places and deserts and stuff like that haven't been fully explored. So who knows what the fuck is out there and what we'll discover,
and I hope to see some really neat things, and
maybe it's not Bigfoot, but, maybe there is. You remember that movie Tremors?
Absolutely.
Maybe there is some sort of like giant mutant antlion that lives in the Sahara Desert.
Wouldn't that be cool?
No, it wouldn't.
I want to see it. It would, but it wouldn't. I got you.
Yeah, I don't want to be the one to discover it. I don't want to be on that team.
Some of the stuff.
I think I would be typecast as a victim in scene one.
Right. Right. There's a couple things that we were looking at too. We were talking about ghosts in your house. Not doesn't necessarily have to be people, but like animals, man. They just don't want to leave. Like they're that energy, that dog that you were close to, that spent your life with you, or that bird or that cat.
Sure.
And a lot of times these people, there's cases where they're going out there to eradicate a poltergeist, and it's the animal that's there, just wants to be by its owner. And so you can believe that or not believe it. It's whatever. I'm just making reference to it, that there's a lot of research like that. So get into the rabbit hole with that stuff, because there's some neat shit out there like that, man. Like really, there's some really neat shit.
You want to hear something creepy? You started talking about that, and the lights over me started flickering a little bit.
So one of your dogs, man, or
I don't know. Nothing that I know of has died in here except a few spiders.
I just often wonder, like, when Trapper dies, would he haunt his pond?
Right. I mean, that would be like, think about all
like when they're always like, hey man, alligators keep dying in this pond over here and we don't know why. I mean, that happens now. So what if there was just a big bull named, Osceola or something, man? He lived out there for many moons, man. And he just kills the shit that comes through there. I mean, he's haunting the river, things go like bump your boat in the night.
Yeah, right.
1938, the whatever that thing is that you're talking about. I can't even see that. Whatever that coelacanth or whatever. 1938.
Coelacanth.
The coelacanth, that's it. Was discovered. Yep. That's what's put in.
Okay, so way earlier than I thought about. But once you had TV shows like National Geographic and stuff like that we used to watch on Saturday mornings and stuff like that. Like once you started getting that and they're talking about all that stuff, I just remember I remember sometime maybe in the early 80s where some of the programming on TV, you did see somewhat of a resurgence of attention towards things like the Loch Ness Monster. And they would always reference these thought to be extinct, very primitive dinosaur-y type animals.
Right,
like the coelacanth,
for sure.
But anyway, I think it's kind of a cool subject. Like I don't really believe in ghosts or anything like that. But would I think it's cool if some of that weird supernatural shit existed? Yeah, for sure. I would think it was cool. Like I kind of want to look into it more, but like I don't necessarily buy into it. I like the TV show Supernatural. That's a good show.
Yeah, I'm watching that. Katie and I are watching that. I'm watching it now. Just kind of getting. I think we're in season 5. We're just going through it. I like it. There's some interesting stuff. I mean, it's interesting because they elaborate on things that are factual. I'm not saying factual like if you believe it or not, but they take stuff that has been documented and they work off of it.
Right. Well, it's a really fun show too. I think.
I mean, it's been. I got bored with a couple seasons though, dude.
Yeah.
It's like the same fucking thing for like 12 episodes. I'm like, look, dude.
Well, stick with it because I think it's right after about season 5 is where it starts to pivot and take more of a turn that'll really be right up your alley.
That's good. I like that.
They kind of cover a lot of different bases, but it gets funnier, Like
Good.
the relationship between the brothers like gets way better and a lot funnier, and they start thumbing their nose up at certain things. You know, so I imagine some religious sects would get really pissed off. Maybe, probably. You know,
yeah, but you know what? It's entertainment, man. Don't take yourself so serious.
It's entertainment, but at the same time, the way they paint the picture of like aliens and demons and what's going on with that whole realm of things,
right?
It's not far off what's in religious texts. It's just the side of it that nobody really wants to reflect on and focus on. That like,
what's up, Joseph? How you doing, bud?
Friends, and they're just going to.
I like this guy, Joseph Mazzone. I like that name, man. That's cool, Joseph Mazzone. And just so you guys know, when you do comments, I don't mean to overtalk Nate. I just try to catch every one of you because it's important that we say what's up to you.
That's right. I finished.
Yeah, that is cool though. That twist is. I've been liking it. Got a little better. Okay, he's like, we need to watch it some more. I'm like, you know, but we did.
You'll definitely like the later seasons. It's funny.
I'm excited. I was going to say that.
What?
Go ahead. No, you think what?
Oh, I was just going to say it's going to be really funny. I forget which season it is. But there's a point to where the character Sam starts having like, there's a whole season, and I don't think it was on purpose. I think it was just kind of a happy accident. But he like has these uncontrollable, like, they're not facial tics. It's just facial expressions.
How you doing? Right.
It's just uncontrollable facial expressions. Like he always looks awkward and uncomfortable. He'll be like, well, Dean, I think it's haunted, you know. You're like way overreaction. It's like,
for those of you who just popped in, he's talking about the TV series Supernatural. The guy in there that's like was friends with their dad that takes care of him all the time. That he reminds me of you.
Bob?
No, is that his name, Bob?
He's the fat, overweight guy.
No,
he's just like some backwoods redneck.
Yeah, he's not overweight at all though, but he has a beard and he's always got like his little scruffy hat on and shit. I'm like, that's totally fucking Nate right there, man. Because he's always like, listen, guys, you're doing it fucking wrong. You're doing it fucking wrong. You don't know what the hell you're doing. And he like kicks their ass and throws them in the fucking thing. And they're like, what? He goes, you're not doing it right. And he always has like, he's like got it down because he's been doing it so long.
No, man. He does this too. Idiots.
Yeah, exactly. When they walk away,
idiots.
Yeah,
idiots.
He does it, but he's just so he's like he's funny, but he's like really serious about his shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, that would be Nate, and those would be his kids doing it. And now he's pissed off; they're doing it wrong. Then he has to go behind him and clean up and make them think they did it or whatever. There was an episode where he did something, and I saw one of the characters do something. He was in the background, and then he looks at his hand like, whoa, and it was really him. And then the dude walked off. He like walked away, and it was really him. And only the audience knew he did it. And I'm like, man, that's Nate. I didn't say you like looked like him.
No, I know. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
But his demeanor reminds me of how you're like, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. And then he gets in there and does it. It's just funny. I just like how he does that. Yeah. He does have a neat thing. And you think he's going to die, and he takes a bullet to the stomach, and he's a tough motherfucker, and then he comes back. I don't know. That kind of stuff's pretty interesting to me. I was going to say that we are going to, now that we're getting all this finalized, and I am hardwired in now, so that when we hardwire that, the Wi-Fi thing is great, but I hardwire in so we can stay really focused. I have crisp microphone. I want to start bringing on guests, and I have brought on guests in the past, and we have called people in. Craig Warren has it right. He has everything set up. He sits down. He speaks with you. A lot of the shit I don't want to see is like, we bring you on and you're doing all this stuff and you're bebopping around. And so just understand that if you want to come in and talk with us, I'd love to have you, but just make sure you're professional about it. I don't care what you talk about, but don't put some blurry, glitchy cell phone, shake it up, weird looking stuff. We want to focus on that. So if you do want to come in, message me personally, and you guys that are here can find out. You can do it through the Mötley Cröc Facebook page or message Nate. And then when one of us are hosting, we can do that. We'll bring you on and we'll talk about some things. Let's have a couple cool subjects. I thought we'd give people a few minutes, and then we're going to start doing live interviews where Nate and I'll be bringing people here to the studio and coming in and talk about what you do for a living or what you think is fun. And I really, we do. I know we get on these rants. We do try to stay away from a lot of the political dumb shit, but you can't help it when every day you walk outside and as you're getting in your car, it's shoved so far up your ass you can taste it. So it's always there. To be precise. But yeah, I kind of want to do some more things. And for those of you that missed it, if you go to Nathan's page, He superimposed himself over all of his family's vacation pictures, so he really never had to leave the house, but he was there.
Yeah,
I love it, dude. Well, listen, true story, real quick, true story. Flavio picks up the phone. He goes, "Oh shit, Nate finally went on the road. He traveled." I go, "Bullshit! Look at that closer. Look at it." And he like zoomed in. He's like, "Oh, he overlaid himself. The one where you're all standing together against the backdrop, and it's all rolling green hills. You look like legit in that, dude.
Yeah.
Like you picked a picture where the sun was on the right side of your face, like everybody else's. I'm like, he is in there, man. He is in there.
Yeah. And I didn't. That was just a really happy accident. I was trying to make it look obviously fake without making it look like I was obviously trying to fake it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Little artistic value, but just for all the viewers at home, go check out my. You can either check out my Instagram or I linked it to Facebook too. So if you're on Facebook, check it out on my page. But the family went to visit my wife's sister out in Montana, and there was no way it was kind of a short notice thing, and but there was no way that I was going to be able to take off work for that amount of time to go, but I didn't want them to miss out on it because I knew they were going to have a good time. So I sent them there. They started sharing pictures, and then I was like, God damn it, I wish I was there. So I just included myself in the pictures to make myself feel better. And it turned out to just be really kind of funny. So they were laughing on that end. I was laughing on this end, and then I decided to share it with the world too. So everybody get a kick
dude,
out.
I thought it was hysterical. I saw that. I'm like, this motherfucker laid himself and everything in here, man. I'm like going through it. I'm like, oh. I'm looking at them now. They're hilarious, dude. I'm just looking at them because the one where you're sitting on Tucker's hand as a little teeny person,
petting,
dude, that is so.
Well, I'm petting.
Funny.
If you zoom in, I'm petting a cricket. So he had caught a cricket. He found a cricket, and I'm sitting there petting the cricket in that picture. So far, that seems to be the fan favorite.
I think that's great. You got to do some more stuff like that, though, man. That would be absolutely hilarious.
I think that'll turn into kind of a family tradition. Whenever we're not around, we'll just superimpose everybody into it. You know,
there was an advertisement for the Mötley Cröc page where I superimposed you. You and I were superimposed because it was me and Justin there, and I put you in the middle. Do you remember that picture? And it was awesome.
Yeah.
It looked real.
Yeah, no, that was a pretty good one. Yeah, that was good.
I thought I had it. I guess I don't have it anymore.
I thought you were gonna reference the one where you turned me into like Crocwa Man.
Oh, that was a good one, bro.
That was pretty good. That was
You're like, I don't look like that. I'm like, bro, come on now.
No, I didn't criticize that one. There was one that you did where I was like, yeah, nobody's gonna buy that one. But you like streamed down the muscle tone so it kind of fit my body type. But you remember the first edit that you did of that one, like I had this like weird. The one arm was like, it was almost like my arm was severed. So you had to go in and add something to it to complete the arm. I don't know. It was funny. I think I have the original somewhere. That was funny, though. That was a good,
I thought I had it. I was going to put it up, man. If you got it here, I'm putting it up. Let me see here. This is this. I'm just opening something up real quick while we're chit-chatting here. Some of those are really good. I might just start doing that. I'll tell you who else did that. Jake put himself on all of his friends. He put his face on all of his friends' faces on all their pictures and reposted it. Even the girls, it's Jake's face on all these girls' bodies, dude. It was the greatest.
That's funny.
It was hysterical.
It's kind of fun to do, you know. I kind of like the idea that we came up with the other night. You kind of like messaged, oh, well, it's in the comments section. That's right. So you commented, and then we were saying, you know what, maybe we should do that with like lost friends and family members. Like we have.
Yeah, I think cool that was you. That was your idea. Hey, you should do that.
Well, yeah, no, I think that'd be kind of neat. Like, you know, so the next time we have a big friend get together, we'll just superimpose a couple friends that can't be there for obvious reasons.
I think absolutely. You should totally do that.
So that's kind of neat.
Yeah, I thought that'd be a good idea too. If you guys were to let's see here, if you were to do something like that for like love law. I just don't want anybody to get upset. Like, you know how people get
Yeah, well, that's a weird. Yeah, that's kind of a weird slope. You know, that wouldn't be something I would share publicly. That'd be something I'd be like, "Hey, Troy, look what I did. I put our buddy in."
Yeah, for our friends.
You know,
Because
and then
people
it's
get all
just
weird. I
me
mean,
and
like, I
you.
really don't care, but you know
Well,
what
it
I'm
can
saying?
bring a lot of people down. You know, that'd be like, "Oh my God, that's so sad." It totally changes the vibe of everything. We would look at it as a positive, happy thing, and somebody else would look at it as a
Like we
devastating,
did something to them, or right? Exactly.
just a sad whatever. So
exactly.
I don't know.
But yeah,
Everybody's different.
I think I would do it. I think it'd be cool. Man, we got 5 minutes. I can't believe that we've been talking. I don't know. People probably got tired of listening to us, man. We're gonna jump it up here, buddy. We're gonna jump it up here real soon.
They're like, I hate that show, Supernatural. I ain't fucking watching it. We turned them off at the show. They're like, oh my God.
Yeah, they're like,
why are you guys watching that show? Exactly. Your girlfriends only want to watch it because the main guys are kind of cute and good looking. You know?
There you go. That's probably exactly what it is, too. Exactly what it is.
Well, it's the only reason that we in our youth watched that stupid ass show Charmed. It's because it was just all.
And I don't even remember that show.
I
remember it. Did it have what's her name in it from Who's the Boss?
Yeah, it had her, whatever her name is, and then one of the. Was it the girl that was married to Marilyn Manson for a little while?
No, I think so. I think you're right. Yeah, I think
you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
But she was a looker, and then the third one was a like just some I don't know random, whoever to make the trio. But
Joseph Mazzone, just so you know, he said he's feeling a little better. I believe he was referencing he was a little sick. I'm assuming it's probably COVID the way he had talked about it on the thing. That sucks. But he said he's out of the hospital and he's feeling better.
Well, we are happy for
man. That's the best step of getting out of there. I'm sorry to catch that right away. We got to talking about some other dumb shit like we always do. But, yeah, good. I'm glad you're feeling better. We all know how that goes, man, for sure.
Yeah, cheers to you,
Michael Forrest said his dad looks like Bigfoot. So I guess Bigfoot's not a cryptozoology animal to him.
No, hold on. Take pictures of your dad, and we'll superimpose him in the woods and claim that we found
There you go, that we found Bigfoot. You should do that for sure, 100%. 100%.
That would be awesome. You're like, oh, he lives right there really in whatever neighborhood he lives in.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. You bet, Joseph. You bet, man. I'm glad you're doing better. I know I was in the hospital too, man.
Come to think of it, when I was at Walmart earlier today, grocery shopping, I'm pretty sure we saw at least 5 skunk apes in Walmart.
Bro.
So, that's the Florida Bigfoot for anybody that doesn't know is the skunk ape.
Bro. You know, we're trying to be nice now, but it's Walmart. And I don't know why Walmart brings out the cockroaches of the human race, too.
There ain't a single you see in
there. And I go in there. I wonder what they think of me. They're like, oh, my God, look at this guy.
You fit right in.
Braided beard. He looks like a whack job. I wonder what he's doing over there. He's probably trying to, I don't know, dude. They're I try to get in and out.
If you walk into Target, they're eyeballing you. But in Walmart, you fit right in.
I'll tell you what, man. What really pisses me off today was fuck a Walmart for a second because I go in, I buy all my stuff, and I put my shit in the basket. I have nothing out of the bag, and I'm trying to leave, and this lady is at the front. I need to see your receipt. No, you don't. Nope. You know what? I'm not going to show it anymore. I'm sick and tired of that. You call me a thief. You're 20 feet away from me, and you're watching me ring stuff up right in front of you at the self-checkout, because they're so cheap, they don't even want people anymore. Not only do you have to buy from them, you pay them, and then you got to do their work. Think about that. And so now they're looking at you, and then she goes, I need a receipt. No, you don't. That's all I say now. And I keep walking and go, arrest me. And I don't really care because I'm sick of it. How many people want to go in a fucking store and shop? If Publix started doing that, they'd lose 50% of their people, their customers.
Oh, yeah.
Serious. Sure. You go shop somewhere, you don't want to be treated like that, man. Look, if I walk in the store and I'm walking out with a TV on my shoulder, I can understand someone saying, hey, listen, man, we just got to double check to make sure that that's paid for.
Well,
but you go through people's groceries, and I don't want your motherfucker sticking your hand in there and looking to see what I have.
Yeah,
no, you don't. Good night. You can check his. I like doing that. You can check the guy behind me because it just pisses him off that I threw him out there like that. Or check them. You should check them.
For the longest time, they were only checking, so if you had like electronics, like a TV or whatever, or something like that. Not generally your groceries.
Right.
Which I kind of get the way the layout was, but come 2019, 2020, they started changing the layout. So you have this gated entry and exit stuff. So there's only real one direct flow to the whole place. So you walking in and then maybe sneaking by, because they did have they don't stop anybody that's stealing. That's kind of company policy for Walmart. And the crooks figured that out. Oh, okay, I can go load up a TV and just walk right out the door and they can't stop me. They can't do anything about it.
You're right about that. That's totally true.
The security protocol at Target is far different, night and day different than the way it is at Walmart. So Walmart, like their policy is don't fucking stop anybody. Don't even harass them. We'll just call it in and write it up as a loss, but we'll file a police report and that's it and turn over a video camera and they can do their job. Target, on the other hand, tries to stop you. There is theft prevention. So that's the main difference there. But
we're now at 8 o'clock.
We're right at the time.
There's my alarm. I have it set.
Cheap.
So now the music kind of plays a little bit to let me know that we're at the end of the line.
Well, there you go.
Everybody coming out. This is going to be uploaded as soon as I hang up. It'll start hanging up. As soon as we get off of here, it's going to upload to YouTube and to Facebook, Mötley Cröc page. So the Mötley Cröc Show on Facebook, the Mötley Cröc Show on YouTube is going to upload. So if you want to go in there and comment or message us and let us know, man. Thank you for being here. We appreciate everybody. Glad everybody's doing well. It's a good time seeing you guys. And how do you say it, Nate?
Rock out with your crock out.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a nice day, and we will see you soon.